Welcome to UND Sports Extra. I'm your host, Dan Hammer. The fall sports season well underway at the University of North Dakota. Football, soccer, and volleyball all competing last week. Our leadoff man tonight is head football coach Bubba Schweigert. The UND football team traveled to San Jose State last Thursday night, opened the season, and came back after a 42-10 loss. Bubba, welcome back to the show. Overall impressions of the effort that you saw from your football team last Thursday night?
Well, we were happy with our effort. The result we're never happy with unless we're in the win column. But,
right.
I felt our guys hung with it the entire game, which showed with the final drive that we scored points in the fourth quarter, and defensively, not a perfect fourth quarter, but a pretty good effort throughout the game.
Offensively, a whole change to the system this year, a much different offense with Paul Rudolph, and I think that was indicative in the numbers as you take a look at what you did with the run and the pass on Thursday night. That's just a preview of what's to come, correct?
Well, we want to be better at running the football and need to do that to shorten the game, help our defense stay off the field, and create field position opportunities for scoring opportunities, and that was the plan going in, and that'll be the plan as we continue.
You had a lot of youngsters on the field. Was it 9 freshmen, I believe, that actually played on Thursday night? What did you think of the work of the overall of that young freshman class?
Well, it was good to see them get out there, and, I thought they handled it pretty well. We had 27 guys that had never traveled to a UND football game on the trip, and 10 of them were true freshmen. 9 of them got in the game, and I thought overall they handled the situation pretty well. Obviously, we expect a big improvement for those guys as we move forward.
All right, Bubba, let's come back and take a look at first half highlights here on UND Sports Extra.
UND Sports Extra on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
North Dakota at San Jose State last Thursday night. Bubba, let's take a look at first half highlights from San Jose. You lead your team onto the field here, and your opening possession, some positive things happened for your football team on your opening possession of the game.
Yeah, there were some good things. Here's a run by Joe. We think he's got some mobility and keeps the defense honest. When you add that quarterback as a run threat, it's very difficult to defend people. So a good run by Joe to convert.
Moberg hits back-to-back passes then to Tyree Ivory and Brandon Walker, and you get inside San Jose State territory here.
Yeah, it was a good start to the game after the kickoff return, and Tyree makes a great catch on the one, and we take what the defense has given us and get to this 4th and short and challenge our guys to convert on a 4th and short. Didn't play the field position game there, and we just wanted to challenge our guys early and see what we could do.
Well, I'm sure you guys wanted to go for it at that point. You were inside San Jose State territory. You had some momentum going.
Yeah, I think, it's early in the year, and see if you can finish off a drive and keep the chains moving.
San Jose State going to work then. Tyler Irvin, 10 yards here, and Alex Tillman makes the tackle, and that sets up quarterback Blake Jurek, who goes to work here through the air. A near pick here by Cole Reyes.
Yeah, Cole in his first action here, and once again, we forget he's a young player, but we think he's going to be a very good player for us in the future, and is at this time, and just misses the pick. We think we can get a turnover there and would have been a big play in the game.
Right, so it's 7-0. Your offense goes 3 and out, then Jurek goes to work again. And Spartans will make it 14-0 here as Jurek rolls out for the touchdown. So got a little early deficit here facing your team in the football game.
Yeah, not what you want. When we challenge our guys to stick with it no matter what the score. And I thought our body language was good at this time yet. Obviously want to be better on the goal line and challenge people. Here we get the ball back and get a penalty here to move the sticks again. And it's a team game. Now the offense has to respond.
Joe Moberg's a different body type this year. He can be a viable dual-threat quarterback with your offense?
Yeah, I think he can. He showed it the other night against a pretty good BCS opponent, and we expect that to continue, that he'll be a dual threat.
So you get inside San Jose State territory again. Here's Cedric Simmons, your new running back, 12 yards up the middle, and you're driving again here.
Yeah, we were down there enough to get some points, and obviously disappointed here with the decision that our quarterback makes here, throw it away and get a chance to kick the field goal and get points.
Right, so Moberg is picked off there. Tyler Winston was a difficult man for your defense to defend Thursday night.
Yeah, he was freshman of the year in their league last year, and he showed why. Tough matchup for us, and You see Alex just missed a pick there. So early in the game here, we missed 2 interception opportunities that would have changed the outcome quite a bit.
San Jose State makes it 21-0 here off a 15-play, 81-yard drive. And then on the kickoff, you dodge a bullet here. Alex Tillman will fumble the football, but you do get it back, but now you're faced with possession deep in your own territory.
Yeah, field position game is huge, and we obviously want to protect the ball. We just think there's only one poor play in football, and that's a turnover, and we sure can't do that on special teams.
Heck of a call here from deep in your own territory. Moberg to true freshman Kyle Rue, his first career catch. That covers 51 yards.
Yeah, Kyle's got some talent. He's a California guy. I'm sure he's excited to get out there and play, and then we followed up with a good run play to Cedric again, and once again we're in scoring position.
And Simmons will run 13 yards here. You're going to advance it all the way to the San Jose State 26-yard line. You take a penalty, but here's Reed Taubenheim, another freshman, and he boots the field goal, and he gets some points on the board here.
Yeah, that was important. Reed, we recruited him to come in and kick as a true freshman, and he responded by hitting that field goal.
Did you see some positive signs from the offense in the first half despite not finishing a lot?
Sure did. The penalties hurt us. We were down in there inside the 50 4 different times and just hurt ourselves with penalties. So we put ourselves in position to score but need to finish off those drives.
We're back to look at second half highlights and hear from the players next here on UND Sports Extra.
UND Sports Extra on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
Welcome back to UND Sports Extra. North Dakota trails 21-3 at the half at San Jose State. Let's take a look at second half highlights. And Bubba, out of the gates here in the second half, your offense wasn't as consistent as it was in the first half.
Yeah, we were disappointed. We had 3 3-and-outs and felt we had some momentum going into halftime by holding them to a field goal attempt, and they missed it, and we had scored just on the previous possession.
Here's your defense going to work. Jordan Inohosa, Dial Ito combining for a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, it was good. We got a little pressure on them, got in the backfield, and disrupted their offense a bit.
Next play, though, Jurek with a strong pocket. Great protection right there. Throws to the back of the end zone, and it's Winston. It's incomplete. His left foot's out of bounds, but Alex Tillman gets flagged for the pass interference call there.
Yeah, once again, third down play, too, and we got to get off the field in those situations.
Yeah, and this will lead to a San Jose State touchdown, so it's 28-3. You go 3-and-out, as you said, 3 3-and-outs to begin the second half offensively for you.
Yeah, we got to be better at that, and obviously miss on a short yardage attempt here too with the quarterback sneak, and just got to be better in those situations.
But the ensuing series was a good one for your defense here. Will Rattel had a very nice game, led your team in tackles.
Yeah, he was solid, and that's what we're looking for from our inside backers. Just play solid football, and I thought we tackled pretty well throughout most of the game on Saturday night.
Alec Carruthers with the sack there. And here's a special team swing in the game, punting from the back of the end zone. This will be a punt return touchdown for San Jose State.
Yeah, disappointing. We made a poor decision, didn't catch a punt, backed up our offense, were unable to get it out, and then just didn't execute the punt. We mishit the punt and punted it right where it had to be for the return they had set up.
35-3 San Jose State at the end of 3. You go to the fourth quarter here. What are you telling your team there, Bubba?
Well, we talk about it. The fourth quarter's got to be important to us, no matter what the score, because we want to play entire games with great effort. And, we had a little lull here, and there you see a couple missed tackles. Maybe we're getting a little tired, but sure got to stick with it emotionally and put forth good effort here in the fourth.
And San Jose State back inside the red zone here. Here's a play by Jurek. He's feeling some pressure from Berto Espinoza, but he's still able to deliver the football.
Yeah, real close here, and got a young player there that just got his eyes a little bit in the wrong spot, and it hurt us on the defensive end.
So it's another touchdown, 42-3. What did you think of your return game on Thursday night between R.J. McGill and Alex Tillman?
Well, it was solid, and our guys really blocked well on the return, and executed it pretty well. We gave ourselves some field position, and that's important in games, and we hope not to have that many returns in the future, because that means you're giving up some points, but obviously to start games and start the second half, you want to be solid on kickoff return.
McGill's first game in a year and a half. What did you see from RJ? Is he back in the game flow yet, or does he need a couple more games?
Yeah, I think it was pretty much what we expected. He was much better this fall than he was in the spring.
Joe Molberg under pressure there after you'd move the football, and San Jose State recovers, but then your defense comes to work again. Here's Spencer Cummings coming through with the line, and then Marcus Jenkins-Moore. This is a late transfer into your program from Kansas. What'd you think of his play on Thursday?
Well, he got a little action there and made a couple plays, and that's what we were looking for out of him. You know, we still got to keep bringing him along. You know, he came into camp late, so he's a little bit behind the learning curve, and we'll keep bringing him in and moving him in the right direction.
9 different receivers caught footballs on Thursday night, Bubba.
And that's what you want offensively. You know, you want to spread the ball around. I thought, you know, Joe had a pretty good night running the football and spread the football around, you know, with the exception of a couple turnovers, which we need to eliminate. That'll make his performance a lot better.
Molberg to freshman Dev Ferguson. Nice grab there for his first collegiate catch, and this is going to set up your touchdown of the evening.
Yeah, good for Dev. You know, he was injured a little bit in fall camp, came back and was ready to go this game, and then we just run a little play there to Jer, and he gets it in the end zone. Real proud of our guys to fight through the adversity and finish off with a drive here in the fourth quarter.
Jared Garman with the touchdown, a 7-play, 55-yard drive, and North Dakota would fall 42-10 on Thursday night. Taking a look at some numbers, Joel Molberg, as you said, despite the pick and the fumble, managed the game pretty well, 14-21 on the evening, and Cedric Simmon led your team in rushing with 13 rushes and 56 yards. Here's what your players had to say following the game.
They were just bigger and more physical than us, I guess you can say. You know, it's what we expected. You know, they gave us the D we wanted, and we had some good drives. You know, we were moving the ball all right, but you know, you got to put it in the end zone, or you know, you just got to get points, and that's what you got to do to win games and be competitive.
We played good at times, and then we played bad at times. We made some silly mistakes that we shouldn't be making. I guess it's the first game, working kinks out and stuff like that, but we played good at times. We just need to keep that level of play at good and not dropping up and down so much.
We gave up a couple big plays that could have gone our way if we just executed properly, but I mean, that's what happens in football. You make one mistake and it comes back to bite you in the back.
I feel like we played really hard out there. You know, Coach told us, you know, don't even worry about the scoreboard. Don't even look at it, you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's not about them. It's about us. It's about how hard we play. So I feel like we definitely went out there and played hard and gave it all. You know, we had a couple missed opportunities out there, but, you know, we can only build on that. So I feel like we're going to be much better next week.
Well, there were a lot of new starters on the field last Thursday night, including William James. Coming up next, we'll tell you his long-distance story.
UND Sports Extra on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
He wears number 38. His name is William James, and he's traveled a long distance to play football at the University of North Dakota. The words of Vince Lombardi seem to have been written for William James.
My mindset was always just coming in and being the best player I could be and doing whatever I can to help out the team.
Those traits Lombardi spoke of, perseverance, hard work, sacrifice, have helped James realize a dream.
Speed, Devlin! Speed, high tight!
Mitt namn är William James och jag är en startande free safety för North Dakota.
William James won the starting free safety job out of fall camp.
Coming into it, I had very high expectations on myself. I wanted to be a leader.
He's definitely a student of the game. That's one thing I can't say about Sweet. He is a student of the game. He will stay in there for hours and hours and hours and talk to Coach Rogers. And Coach Rogers sometimes, he forget, Coach Rogers sometimes be like, man, Sweet, you gonna make me earn my paycheck today, you know?
14! Echo it!
The journey of one William James, or Swede as he's called, can be traced back here to an area near Stockholm, Sweden. In a country where youngsters play soccer and hockey, this youngster was fascinated with American football.
First I played soccer for a year, but it wasn't physical enough for me. So my friend took me to play American football, and they gave a shoulder pass and everything. I was wearing soccer cleats and a t-shirt on top of my shoulder pads, and we were tackling, and I thought it was fun. I was like, wow, I can be physical.
He liked American football so much that in the spring of 2012, he boldly set out on an adventure to the United States in hopes of finding a college football program.
We had a connection up here to the University of North Dakota, and I managed to come over. I asked him to walk on, and I was like, hey, I just want to do the spring ball, and then we'll just take it from there.
James was invited to take part in spring football in 2012. It was his football baptism.
When I first got it, I knew so little, so it was literally just look where the ball is and run to it, because that's how I played back home in Sweden.
I for sure thought he was going to throw that curl. You see he ran that curl?
Last season, he played in 10 games and was named the team's most improved player.
When I first came here, the mental side of football was hard. I didn't really understand it to a lot of degrees, but then understanding what personnel and how you match up, and that was a big part of learning. And then physically, our strength program, everything, it helped me become a way better athlete too. I don't think I recognized myself if I looked at myself from 2 years ago.
This spring, James met Alex Tillman, who was about to transfer from Houston and spend his senior year at UND. The two became friends. They are now roommates. Tillman's lifelong football background is good for James, and James's international background, well, that's rubbing off on Tillman.
He actually, inspired me to take up Norwegian, the language. So I'm taking that this semester, and since he's from Sweden, and I guess the Sweden language and the Norway language is kind of the same, so that really made me want to take another language, because eventually, when I'm done playing football, I want to go visit him in Sweden.
He inspires me with footwork and stuff. Getting better. He taught me, when we were out here this summer, he was teaching me man-to-man technique stuff that he brought from Houston, and everything on top of what we learned here already. Combining it just improve. So we help each other out. It's a very good relationship, and I'm happy to have him as one of my best friends here.
Football bringing young Williams James from Sweden to Grand Forks, North Dakota. Coming up next, we'll preview UND's home opener. It's Saturday night against Robert Morris.
UND Sports Extra on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by the University of North Dakota.
Your first chance to see this new-look UND football team comes Saturday night, the home opener, 6 o'clock kickoff at the Alara Center. Bubba, from your team's perspective, what are you hoping to accomplish moving from week 1 to week 2?
Well, we'd like to see an improvement in all aspects of the game. We talked about special teams. We've got to get better on our net punt. We kick the ball all right, but our coverage team needs to be much better. And then just sharpen up in all aspects of that. We kicked the ball pretty well. We were happy with Reed. Now we got to be ready to cover a kick if he doesn't get it deep into the end zone. And then offensively, we need to take care of the football better and, be more consistent. That's what really we're looking for this Saturday night, is a consistent drive, time and time again, and eliminate the penalties to help do that. Defensively, we need to improve what we call the money downs, third down, and then on short yardage in the goal line. We need to get some stops to create momentum for our team and really create momentum for our defense. We made them drive the football in our first game, but we didn't force a turnover. So those are some of the things we're looking for this Saturday night.
All right, very good. We're looking forward to it, Bubba. We'll have it live on Midcoast Sports Network on Saturday night. The UND volleyball team, busy. In fact, it is in action again tonight, but over the weekend it competed in the George Washington Invitational. Auburn defeated North Dakota 3-1. Then North Dakota bounced back on Saturday, rallying from a 2-0 deficit and beat Arkansas State 3-2 before falling to George Washington, the winner of this tournament, 3-0. 2 North Dakota players named to the all-tournament team, senior hitter Lexi Robinson and senior setter Nikki Husfeldt. North Dakota plays at Drake this evening. The UND soccer team got its first win of the year, beating Chicago State by a score of 3-0. And North Dakota then fell to Green Bay 6-0 to complete the weekend. Coming up this week on Midco Sports Network, we've got live volleyball and football for you. We'll kick it off Friday night at 7 o'clock with the North Dakota-South Dakota volleyball match. And then on Saturday evening, 6 o'clock, live from the Alara Center, North Dakota against Robert Morris, the home opener for the UND football team, and you can catch it live here on Midco Sports Network. Bubba is urging you to get out and sell out the Alara Center. So if you're one of those folks that doesn't get a ticket, we've got it right for you here on Midco Sports Network, Bubba.
All right. Great to have your support.
There you go. Looking forward to it, and we'll recap that game next week here on UND Sports Extra. Thanks for your time, Coach. We're back next week with another edition of UND Sports Extra. You love North Dakota hockey, and North Dakota Hockey with Dave Haxtell is all things hockey. When you need to know more than just the score, see more than just the highlights, and find out more about the players you love, catch North Dakota Hockey with Dave Haxtell Tuesdays on Midco Sports Network.